Grands Voyageurs, more like Grands Disasters, a tragicomic ode to Parisian hospitality gone rogue. Oh, mes armies, gather round, for I shall recount to you the tale of how Hôtel des Grands Voyageurs, Paris, a name so lofty it might as well be Palais des Fantasies Briseis, took my delicate traveller's soul, crumpled it like a receipt for an overcharged city tax, and left it in the waste bin of hospitality atrocities. Let us begin with the check in deception, a dance of false smiles and ledger crimes. I, a solitary wanderer, was charged a city tax for 2 solses if my loneliness had manifested a spectral roommate. The receptionist, a maestro of not asking questions, swiped my card with the finesse of a pickpocket at Notre Dame. And when I, from the distant shores of Australia, a whole hemisphere away, dared to email crickets, 30 days of silence, 30, a billing error is one thing, but this is theft wrapped in apathy, served with a side of "we hope you forget." Now let us waltz into room PRMR, cruel acronym for "please regret everything, mate." Picture this, a shower that floods the room like the Seine in springtime, a handicapped accessible design that apparently forgot to include functionality. The floor, a lake, the solution, towels, not a plumber, not a new room towels. As if I were a medieval peasant bailing out a sinking canoe, and the blinds, broken, the elevator, defunct, the power, a flickering illusion. For this they charge hundreds. Monopoly money would be a fairer currency. Ah, but the housekeeping. A team of phantom maids who specialize in not cleaning and, yes, throwing away your tax refund documents. My receipt spoof. Gone, like a magician's trick, except the only thing disappearing was my chance to recoup actual money. And the pastry I left in a box. Opened, unsealed, now a bug buffet. Because why close a lid when you can invite the entire insect aristocracy to dine? Let us not forget the lighting fire scoa room where the lights had a mind of their own, flickering to life at midnight like some haunted Parisian parable. The door, a Herculean trial to open. The carpet, unvacuumed, a crunchy tapestry of who knows what. And the bathroom, oh mon Dieu. Hair on the walls, mystery napkins lounging on the sink, and wait for eat a brown speck in the shower that upon closer inspection was fecal matter. Fecal matter, I shall repeat, someone else's leavings were left for me to find. This is not housekeeping, this is house abandoning. Then came the midnight symphony, drunk guests howling in the street, music blasting at 1 a.m. and no soundproofing despite a year of renovations. Ah yes, the renovations invisible like the staff's sense of responsibility. And the checkout swindle, magnifique. First an alcohol charge I didn't order, then a phantom dinner fee €56. For what? Air. When questioned, the front desk nodded, yes, only city tax, but my bank statement screamed betrayal. Email sent, vanished into the void. The food, tradition des transatlantiques, a joke wrapped in pretension. The pâté en croûte, a crime against cuisine.
Like the businesses surrounding the Hôtel des Grands Voyageurs. Paris, they are, to put it mildly, a disappointment. A landscape of unmet expectations, of promises whispered, and then carelessly broken. It's not a matter of a few bad apples. The entire orchard feels rotten. It's a situation where the allure of Paris seems to evaporate the moment you step outside the hotel doors, replaced by a subtle, pervasive feeling of being taken advantage of. I've spent considerable time reviewing accounts from fellow travelers, and the pattern is deeply unsettling. It's like uncovering a poorly kept secret, a secret the city itself would prefer you didn't know. Let's begin with establishments that attempt to offer a sense of well-being, the spas. These, across the board, seem to operate on a principle of minimal effort. They aren't necessarily malicious, more profoundly indifferent. It's as if they believe the Parisian mystique will compensate for a complete lack of skill. You'll find, consistently, reports of treatments being significantly shortened, often by a full 15 minutes, and attempts to rectify this falling on deaf ears. One can imagine the staff, faces carefully blank, reciting "it is not that type of spa," as if that absolves them of any obligation. NUXC, for example, embodies this. 10 accounts detail a similar experience, an oil application that feels suspiciously like something a child could perform. A massage in a basement room so cold you shivered despite repeated requests for heat. A persistent, aggressive push to purchase products you don't need. It's not a place for relaxation. It's a place where your wallet is meticulously extracted. One account from just a week ago details a dispute over appointment times, leading to a rushed, inadequate treatment. It feels like a carefully orchestrated performance of wellness, designed to separate you from your money. There's a coldness there, a clinical detachment that chills you to the bone. Moving on to dining. Oh, the dining, the promise of Parisian cuisine, of charming bistros and delectable flavors. It's a mirage. Businesses here appear to believe that simply being in Paris justifies charging exorbitant prices for food that is, frankly, an insult. The theme seems to be quantity over quality, or more accurately, lack of quantity and lack of quality. BMK Paris Bamako is a prime example. 10 accounts paint a consistent picture: bland, flavorless food, served in portions that would barely satisfy a sparrow. Meals costing upwards of 18 euros. 18 euros. Consist of a meager helping of rice, a few vegetables, and a tragically small piece of protein. There's a recurring complaint about the food tasting old, reheated, or simply sad. A recent review describes the mafé, a traditional Senegalese peanut stew, as acidic and lacking any trace of peanut flavor. The chef, one suspects, has never actually tasted the dishes he prepares. It's a culinary crime scene. And then there's Caf de Flore, a place steeped in history, draped in reputation. Yet, it appears to have succumbed to its own legend. 10 reviews consistently cite slow, rude service and food that is wildly overpriced and underwhelming. The famous hot chocolate, once a draw, is now described as just okay. A breadless sandwich for 22 euros. A moldy fruit platter. This is not a restaurant, it's a tourist trap, preying on the expectations of those who come seeking an authentic Parisian experience. It's a place where you pay for the name, not the experience. There is a darkness here, a hollowness that makes you question everything you thought you knew about Parisian charm. Poppy follows the same. A soggy waffle, chewy bacon, a cold egg. It's a breakfast disaster. Several accounts mention agonizingly slow service, leaving patrons waiting for hours for a simple meal. A reviewer recently described the experience as the worst beef tartar ever.
The food, it appears, is merely an afterthought, a necessary evil to justify the prime location. The restaurant seems to exist solely to exploit the passing tourist. My stomach churns just recounting it. Even the seemingly straightforward establishments suffer. Bar du Bouillon, for instance, a restaurant that struggles with even the basic act of honoring reservations. Numerous accounts describe confirmations ignored, doors locked, and a general air of chaotic indifference. One traveler received 2 confirmations, only to arrive and find the restaurant closed with no explanation. It's not simply bad management, it's a blatant disregard for the customer. The restaurant, quite simply, does not care. And finally, Gab Jo. It appears to be perpetually closed. 3 reviews stretching back years.
Okay, so I was like looking into stuff near HotelTour des Grands Voyageurs in Paris, just because. And it's not exactly cheerful, honestly. Businesses around there, they aren't always what they seem, unfortunately. Like medical and dental places, around the 10th arrondissement where HotelTour des Grands Voyageurs is, they've been having problems. Since 2022, the health authorities started checking them out, and a bunch were found to be not doing things right. Charging for treatments people didn't even get, or having people work who aren't properly trained. Can you believe it? If you're going for a 2-week trip and need a dentist near HotelTour des Grands Voyageurs, you have to be so careful. Probably a lot of tourists ended up with huge bills for nothing, and then had to find a real dentist while on vacation. A complete mess, right? I bet some of those centers got shut down, but honestly, chances are someone just opened another one under a different name. It's sad. Then there's this thing near, but not right at, HotelTour des Grands Voyageurs in the 11th, a nursery school. 3 staff members got suspended because of, it's bad, really bad, allegations of, inappropriate behavior towards the kids. So, if you're traveling with little ones and thinking about local schools or daycare, maybe double think that. And I am so sure those parents were devastated, just trusting someone with your children, and then something like this happens. It has probably caused a lot of people to rethink sending their kids to school at all, even locals. I feel so bad for the children, it's horrific. And finally, this is kind of sneaky. Apparently there was a big VAT fraud ring with stores right around where tourists are likely to wander from HotelTour des Grands Voyageurs, getting souvenirs and stuff. They were making fake invoices, avoiding taxes, basically lying about everything. If you bought